Clips. Alrighty, YouTube's another one of Kips Clips. So I want to return to this the South African topic, not to inject into the debate, but to point at the sides of the debate. Now, what I mean by this, if it's not too hard to get a small grasp on the internal politics of South Africa, the competing factions over the years, the imperialists versus the communists and all that shit, right? But long story short, what I'm saying is South Africa is a real good topic to point at to show where the messaging is coming from. Now, what I mean by this is your the remaindance of the apartheid regime in South Africa, which was a fallout of colonialism from Europe, primarily the United Kingdom, primarily the British Empire, with a couple other colonial powers attached on, Netherlands, so on and so forth. And when apartheid ended and the old colonial powers started to lose their grip on power and thus the control of the resources in that area of the world, they didn't just sit back and admit defeat, fucking go pack up and go home. They sat down and they went, right, how can we fucking... They call it a comeback, another nigga of an attitude. They want to think about how to make a comeback. And this is what we're witnessing. So the apartheid powers that were flung out and dethroned in South Africa are now resurging and trying to make political moves within South Africa to regain control. And who's propagating all this South African fucking bullshit messaging? When was the last time any cunt in the world gave a flying fuck what was happening in fucking South Africa? Now all these right-wing, nationalist, populist, fucking bobbags on fucking YouTube can't stop talking about South Africa. Ding 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 ding. Come on to fuck, man. Surely the fucking penny is dropping here for some folk. It's not a fucking coincidence that every single one of these ball bags on this fucking list of the, as I call it, the Truther Industrial Complex, as it's been coined here, the Alternative Influence Network, call it what you fucking want. It's a big motherfucking propaganda machine to spew out messaging to the masses to get them talking about what the propagators of that messaging wants them to talk about. Now look at this. Go and look at every single. I wonder if there's anybody out there with the skills to pay the bills that could take every single one of those individuals on the Truther Industrial Complex and just try and make a list of all the topics they touch on. Like for example, if there was some sort of, and here, if there's anybody out there that fucking with Soros money that wants to take this idea and run with it and produce a graphic pattern, but it'd be beautiful if there was some sort of a easy, readable graphic with all these individuals and all the talking points to touch on. Fuck their opinions, throw their opinions out their window. They might not tell you what to think, but they tell you what to think about. Thank you, Chunky Mark. And that is what this network is doing. They'll come along, oh, we don't give a fuck if you vote fucking Alex Jones or Mike Rivero, as long as you're talking about stinky immigrants and all the right-wing fucking talking points and populism politics, which generates into support at the fucking polling booths. So, this is the coordinated network that fucking big iron giant fucking Molyneux is in. And look, you can go, see what he says in the fucking clip. It's fucking irrelevant. They're constantly pulling your attention to these particular hotspots in the world, these particular talking points. And it isn't to enlighten you, it's not to tell you the fucking truth, it's to try and fucking mobilise people at the polling booth. They are propagating alt-right, right-wing politics talking points world motherfucking wide. South Africa's a great one to point at and go, why are all these fucking right-wing, alt-right, nationalist, fucking populist dickheads obsessed with South Africa. And then when you look at South Africa, and you can, I mean, a million and one people have opinions about what's happened in South Africa with this, with the changing of the tides of power there and the end of apartheid. So, like, if my thinking is correct, and that's up for you to make your own mind up. It's me. I fucking think I'm fucking right, but I might be wrong. If my theory's correct, and what you're witnessing now is the old remainders of the apartheid regime in South Africa trying to fight back and regain political power under fucking whatever disguise. Oh, last week I was apartheid. Now I'm a classic liberal. Probably some daft ass fucking Sargona fucking South Africa down there pretending to be a classic liberal while fucking Zeke Allen all the way to the fucking polling booths. So the South African agenda, which continuously gets propagated by the alt-right media, is a good one to point to make people think about where's this messaging coming from. The messaging coming out of South Africa, in my opinion, is coming from the old apartheid regime powers, which fits in with the old colonial powers, which fits in perfectly to Brexit, Trump and Putin and all the nationalistic fucking moron right-wing politics that's getting propagated worldwide right now. Whew, and relax. So, I don't know. South Africa, for me, and people that have been watching Not the Infowars Nightly News, it must be about, I'm guesstimating here, maybe a year and a half. I've been pointing at all these people out of the blue talking about South Africa, the same way I was pointing at all the fucking run-up to the Swedish shite. Why is everybody always talking? Fuck, what the fuck is IKEA and meatballs done to us? What the fuck's every cunt talking about fucking Sweden for? And that they're rape capable of the world and then pointing at all the brown cunts doing the rape? Why is that all of a sudden? I sniffed the fucking messaging like I can sniff the messaging from South Africa. And then you need to start asking, then you need to start putting your thinking head on. Who's propagating this propaganda? Who's propagating this messaging? And if you go into the Alternative Influence Network, or the Truth Industrial Complex, whatever you want to call it, you will see all these motherfuckers talking about the same shite. Oh, one of them might like pencils, and one of them like pens, and one of them might like crayons, because they're completely different fucking individuals, obviously. But they're all sitting talking to the same people about the same fucking things, the same topics, again and again, regurgitate, rinse and repeat, rhyme and repeat, whatever you want to say it. And that's propaganda. They're propagating messaging. Propaganda doesn't have to be lies. It can be truths. Celtic fans stink. If I go into a Celtic supporters club and start telling them they all fucking stink and their team's shite, I'm telling them the truth. But I might cause a fucking riot. I might get my cunt kicked in. Right, so a smart man wouldn't do that. That's an agent provocateur. That's what Tommy Robinson is. Fucking putting on one football strip and running around the country into other supporters clubs and going, "You all stink and your football team's shite." Right, that's Tommy Robinson's parlour trick. It's all these morons' parlour tricks. They're all about trying to poke motherfuckers with sticks, get the reaction they want, get it on film and go, "Look, I told you they were fucking arseholes. You've just been poking the cunt with a stick for about fucking 10 fucking years. So you poke any cunt with a stick, they're going to turn round and whack you." Anyway, so the South African talking point is a good one, I believe, to use to try and explain this shit to other people. I won't say names, but thanks to Good that left me a comment. He was talking about the football analogy bullshit, right? It's laughable, man, but it really does get people fucking understanding what's happening here, especially people who understand football. But he was talking about how he explained to one of his mates the Rangers Celtic fucking strip and the supporters club analogy I use, and it worked. That simplification of explaining what's going on, how the agent provocateurs are, and apparently his mate just turned around, so he's trying to cause a riot. And aye, that's all he's doing. Doesn't give a fuck about fucking paedophile victims or fuck all. He's just an agent provocateur. He's paid very handsomely for it as well. And the people that are behind Tommy Robinson are the people behind fucking the messaging coming out of South Africa. I'm going to make another clip as well. What genocide do you focus on, right? Because right now, a lot of people get their arseholes fucking twitching about the genocide and ethnic cleansing that Israel is doing over in Palestine, right? and then they point you in the direction of the anti-Zionist camp. You only watch anti-Zionist stuff 24/7 and you end up in fucking Jew hate, right? Not a good place to be. It's where they want you to be. What genocide do you fucking care about? Focus on? Well, where I'm going with this is I want to say it's the same entities that are behind the genocide of the Native Americans. I mean, Native American. Like, let's not even fucking analyse that fucking term. The same people that were behind the ethnic cleansing and genocide of the Aborigines. No, we can't call you the originals. You're fucking brown and stupid. So we'll call you the fucking Aboriginals, you know. You can't be just the originals because you're fucking abnormal. You understand the fucking etymology of this word? I use it because it's just, to me, I understand the etymology of it, but I use it as a reference of a people. So I don't use it in the horrible connotation that it was fucking bred from. But the Aboriginals, aye, so original, they couldn't call them the original. You're fucking abnormal, ab-original, right? So the same people that done the ethnic cleansing of the America and of Australia and probably numerous places on the earth which my ignorance doesn't know about. They're the same people that are propagating the fucking ethnic cleansing and genocide inside Israel. But every cunt fucking wants to get in the big anti-Zionist camp, and then fucking it turns into Jew fucking hate. And then as soon as it turns into Jew hate, there's no way of addressing the fucking ethnic cleansing and genocide that these motherfuckers are doing, because they just go, oh, you just hate Jews. And it ain't the fucking Jews that are doing it, it's just elite scumbags that are doing it for money, power and real estate, all coming from the City of London and the old colonial powers and business interests. See the old colonial corporations and business interests? They were multinational corporations. They weren't fucking based in London, they weren't based in Brussels, they weren't based in fucking Amsterdam. They were fucking all coordinating with each other in Europe, dividing up fucking Africa and all that, and gentlemen's agreements and shit. So this fucking retardation of like there's like some sort of a thing that's called a country, just fucking the rich elite motherfuckers drawing fucking lines in the fucking lines in the sand and going, that's mine. And this is the mindset I believe that's the mindset we need to gravitate away from. This left right fucking politics, fucking theatre production that keeps us all fighting about shit. Do you know the shit we can all agree on? All the beautiful stuff we all fucking share, all the fucking wants, desires that are in a human being. It's like 99.9999999%. We're all the fucking same. And the shit we fucking can't agree on, that's the stuff that's used to just fucking go, ah, Rangers are shite, Celtic are good, fight. You know what I mean? Anyway, I don't know if you know what I mean. I know what I mean, but hopefully I'm explaining it well. So use the South Africa one to like just get people to ask questions. Why the fuck is your attention in South Africa? And if, what entities are behind this messaging coming out of South Africa? Because it seems to be pro-apartheid messaging. Seems to be all the motherfuckers bitching and moaning about white cunts getting fucking flung off the land that they fucking stole. And all the minutiae of that. So the people that are propagating messaging from South Africa are the fucking people that are getting paid by the powers behind the apartheid regime in South Africa. Can anybody fucking say that the apartheid regime in South Africa wasn't racist? Is that still debatable? Anybody remember the apartheid regime's links to Israel? These aren't separate entities. The apartheid regime in South Africa is the same as the fucking regime in Israel. It's the same as regime in the City of London and the same as the regime in fucking Washington DC. Right, it's all one big massive fucking gentleman's club. Within that gentleman's club you'll get disagreements and fucking gentlemen willing to fucking throw soldiers and dumb down fucking sheep into the firing line. We need to gravitate towards... We don't need to do fuck all. Sit there and fucking get slaughtered if you want, man. I'm a fucking... founding father of my own country, so I'm out. Anyway, I'm going to rattle on too much. South African point is really important. For me, it's important to get people to ask questions about the messaging coming out of South Africa, because the more questions you ask, and the more you scratch beneath the surface about that messaging, the closer you get to the people that are putting out that messaging, and then the closer it gets to the apartheid regime of South Africa, the more it becomes undeniable that they're racist fucking wankers, even if they do get little midgets like Tommy Robinson to stand up there and go, Islam isn't a race! Islam isn't a race! Illegal immigrant isn't a race! Oh, fuck off, you semantic fucking wee wanker. Fucking can see you. Anyway, thumbs it up, share it on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, all the good stuff. Leave all your comments, a good, a bad, ugly and indifferent. I will read and respond to as many as I can. And remember what I do here, it's digital busking. Everything's available and accessible free of charge. I hope to do such a good job that people will find value in what I do and consider using the Patreon and PayPal buttons down below. And a mega thanks to everybody that does. Alrighty, boob tubes. Have a good Thursday, and if I can find my moose loose about this house, I'm out of here. Catches! Clips, clip!